Feisty indie band Skunk Anansie gathered a worldwide following during the 90s with very energetic rock.
Yes, they had hits such as Weak, Brazen and Hedonism during the 90s and sold more than 5 million albums before going their separate ways in 2001. But they're back now and hungrier than ever with their first studio album for more than a decade.
And it's called Wanderluster. We'll speak to Skin, the lead singer, about it in a moment because she's just joined us. Lovely to see you.
You too.
First, let's remind ourselves of some of the hits they enjoyed before their absence. So cool.
As a singer, God, what was I wearing in the 90s?
Really?
It all looked good.
Well, we were just saying, if they showed pictures of us in the 90s, then you'd have something to complain about. It's lovely to see you, Skin.
Yeah.
Nice
Thank
to see
you very much.
We were talking about reforming Skunk Anansie, but actually that was a while ago that you got back together. You had an absence.
Yeah, we kind of like sneaked together in 2008, you know, on the quiet. We actually, our first gig was in Lamu off the coast of Ghana. We did like a friend's wedding for like about 50 people, and that was our first gig back because we thought, oh, you know, we'll do a little gig, you know, out of the way of everywhere. And it was so much fun. We literally played a bunch of songs, and then everybody, including bride and groom, jumped into the swimming pool at the end.
Did they?
Like, we just all jumped in the swimming pool. It was really funny.
Oh,
that
the
was our
wild
first
times
gig.
of rock and roll. You sort of stepped back to it incrementally because you were nervous about what it might happen if you got back together and then it didn't work.
Well, I think that we just wanted to, we kind of felt it would work because there was such a huge kind of swathe on the internet and other places for us to get back together. But I think that, you know, we wanted to prove ourselves in terms of, it's all about the future, you know, to slowly get ourselves back into it, not just come out with a big bang and then disappear again, you know. We want to make sure our chemistry is right, we were writing great songs, and, you know, we just wanted to take our time, you know.
It's interesting that you mentioned the internet, because while you were away, what was that, 8 years, of course, the growth in the internet, and it changed the way people bought music and heard about music, and so it was a very different environment when you got back into it.
Completely different. I mean, I did a couple of solo albums in the absence, but yeah, I mean, you know, we come back into a completely different world, you know, a world where everyone sees their music through video games and through the internet and stuff like that. You know, record shops have effectively disappeared. But, you know, we roll with the punches. I don't think there's anything to be afraid of. I think you just got to go with what's going on in the future and not be kind of like, oh, the internet.
Well, because music's still music, isn't
it? You know, things change, you know. 20 years ago, the way people access music is completely different to now, so.
Let's hear a little bit from the album Wanderluster, and this is your latest single, and it's called You Saved Me. Here it is.
You saved me. We've got a bit of an equestrian theme actually this morning. We're talking to Jamie Bell just now about horses. You came on, you said you rode a horse where just now?
I did. I've just been in Venice. We finished the European tour on Friday, and I won an award for services to Italian culture. So Italian culture, yeah. It's called the La Calvacino Award, and Grace Jones and Pierre Gardin won it too, and yeah, they had me ride into the La Fenice, which is the famous opera house in Venice, on a white stallion with blue eyes. because it's a carnivale, it's a masquerade ball. So everybody was completely crazy dressed up. And
how did they get the horse? I mean, it's right in the middle of Venice. Did they put it in a gondola or what?
I don't know how it got on there. Apparently somebody's having a wedding there and they're going to try and get elephants in Venice. So I don't know how they're going to do that. But yeah, I mean, the horse was lovely, and he was just kind of like, he did little dance and little twists, and then I rode up onto the stage on this white horse.
And you just had to sit
It's kind of one of the most ridiculously crazy things I've ever done.
Great honour though, and in great company. You know, did they give you that for your solo work? Because as you said, you did some solo albums
the band are massive in Italy and around Europe. We just played to 16,000 in the Forum in Milan, and I think we're just kind of very big there.
Do they have a different way of pronouncing the name of the band?
Skunk Anansie.
Skunk Anansie.
Skunk Anansie.
Molto bene.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Pleasure.
And the band's new single, You Saved Me, out on Monday. The album Wonderluster is out now.